then we're gonna jump right in. I forget where the last thing we did was. I think we just did Ronnie's stuff. Oh, right. We were trying to do this. I don't really want... Like, I really want what this gives me, but I don't really want to do this. The way I normally play this game, having the Great Warrior Charm would be extremely helpful. I could actually dual wield while wearing heavy armor. Oh. That did not hit me. Get it all out. Missed. Can't hit him. His fucking chest was buried. That's cool. Oh, he's gonna do that. We don't want to be in there. I'm only killing these guys because their range is insane. And they can actually attack me while I'm up there by the giant pot. And I don't really want that. This one has the guard. So, like I was saying a minute ago, I have been playing Elden recently, but not standard Elden Ring. I've been playing a randomizer. He is in the fucking root, so I can't do anything. That is annoying. And now he's gonna do the fire attack, so that's also cool. I missed. All I wanted was for them to fall down so I could do this. All I wanted. I didn't need the lantern. I hit the wrong button for torrent. I don't plan on trying this a whole lot. If I fail this time, we probably will just move on. And I have a feeling I still have to do the cheesy shit to do it. But I have so many runes. I have over a level here. Well, you are probably... You're probably not Lion's Claw. You are definitely Lion's Claw. Problem with this, I don't like that. Oh, you might not be Lion's Claw, you might just be an asshole who uses magic. Oh my god, yeah, we're not gonna do this. I am gonna go get my runes back though. I feel like they fixed that. It doesn't really work the same way, because I was having the same issues in my randomizer run. It does not feel like they do what they used to do. Granted, I almost had it the one time where I took 2 of them down doing that. I might have been able to kill that one without the cheesy shit though. We're gonna do the fire attack, got it. I'm not even gonna try with this one because this one has good leg attacks anyway. He fell down. That's fine. We're just gonna go get my runes and then leave. As much as I really want this, I'm not gonna try and do it the normal way because I do not have enough health for that. Currently, bit torrent. Well, I could. I'm always rusty whenever I get back into the game. It's part of the reason why I haven't gone back into Rebirth, because, like, we're far enough into that game to where the rust will matter. But I do want to get back to Rebirth and get it off my list. I'm thinking about doing short, like 1-2 hour streams after work, Monday through Thursday. I'm gonna try and start doing them tomorrow. We will see how that pans out because by the time I get home, and eat and everything, I only have like 3 hours before I go to bed. So I might be able to fit like a 2-hour stream, 3-hour stream, depending on the day, in those days. Anyway, today we might take a, like, break around... I don't know what to do now because I don't know where I'm at. I want to go here, I think. We need to start going through Caelid because I know we finished, pretty much finished the lake. Anyway, the average time I would be starting stream would be somewhere around like 5 a.m. Eastern, 4 a.m. Central. And I go to bed around 7. So, like, at best it would be something like 3 to 6:30 if I, like, eat on stream. But most of the time I wouldn't be doing that. But I would expect something like 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. or 4 a.m. to 6:30. Maybe 7 if I'm really into... I'm not gonna do that. Dogs are scary. Anyway, I did finish my randomizer run, more or less. I say more or less because technically it's not complete, because I didn't finish the final boss fight. But I'm gonna call it complete because that final boss fight random... The bosses I ended up getting for the final boss fight... the DLC's final boss fight. Let me rephrase that. they were bad rolls. It turned out to be a much fucking harder fight than it should have been. Which is saying something considering the DLC's actual final boss fight is insane. Not doing too bad right now though. Like, I think I can do this fight down here. I'm gonna get stopped by I think it's the Anastasia invasion. Might not be. Might be something else. Oh hey, there's a dude there. What do you have to sell?
Welcome.
Dear
customer. Welcome. Valued, please. I'm hungry.
You'll have actually you have preserving boluses, which I would like, but we're good right now. I don't need them yet. Like technically they're good in this area because this area does Scarlet Rot, but also you can kind of avoid getting Scarlet Rot in most of the dungeons and most of the open world in this area. For the most part. Scarlet Rot is essentially this game's version of Toxic. It's a DOT. It's a very fast affecting DOT. The only difference between that and Toxic is it lasts a lot longer. And Toxic lasts a long time, don't get me wrong. Millicent. Oh, God. The Clean Rot Knight might get me killed before I actually fight Millicent. So that's... fuck. I did not want to roll around in that, so that's fun. Oh, it's definitely Millicent. This is not how I wanted to do this, but this is where we're at now. Now I have another Clean Rat Knight attacking me, so that... oh, fuck. He's in one of the worst spots to fight an invasion, because these enemies are not fun. I ran out of stamina, yay, but I got her. Alright. I only really cared about that because I needed her to go away so that I don't have to deal with this later. Because I lost a lot of juice for that. There should be a save point down here, actually. I don't want to go in there yet, because that's what I was coming to do. There's my Grace. So this is what's going to save me from the scar. You see how long that rot lasted? Like the entire fight and then some. Alright, so this Grace is right next to this, which is a boss fight. Pollyanna. I'm gonna summon her, because it'll kinda be helpful. This fight might kick my ass. I might have enough stats. I should have enough stats. Oh, I don't have my shit set up the way I normally do it. I'm surprised I kept this way this whole time. That knocked me down. Okay. So ideally what I want is for my jellyfish and Pollyanna not to die before these guys go down. Because he's going to summon one more group after this. And they're going to be a bit stronger. Alright. I just took a lot of damage there. And I almost sent my jellyfish back because I'm not used to having him set up like that. Got the bleed off. That's good. He has not done his second summon yet, so that's kind of a good thing. This time I get the backstab. I was way too far away for the first one. Ow. That delayed attack is kind of annoying. I should have stayed away. I did not. Okay, I got rotted. I did not want that to happen. Anytime you see the wind on his weapon, that's when you know he's going to do one of those big attacks. So you can kind of preempt a lot of it. Ow. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I died to rot. I hate it. I was so close. I don't know what the stake's right near Pollyanna. If I had not killed the archers, Pollyanna would have died sooner. And, honestly, I think that hurts me. I think I'd rather be at the Grace. Because it's closer to the Pollyanna summon. That's not the Grace. I think that's the Grace. I want her in, like, immediately. Summon Pollyanna. Summon this fucker. He's gonna engage the moment Pollyanna starts. I think I'm good because my jellyfish attacked already. Oh my god. I was treating these guys like nothing. They basically are nothing. They got buffed though. Now he's not buffed. I'm gonna hit this, because I think that has my... Oh no, I've only got stamina on it right now. Wait. Yeah, I didn't expect that. That was not good. Got the bleed off. Pollyanna's putting in work. That's all I can say about that. I'll grab this real quick while I'm over here, even though it's not a lot. Alright, this is where it gets sketchy as shit. If she can distract those guys, I can do this. I got a bleed off. He just died. That should be okay, because it's over. Alright. He was not required, but it gives me the unalloyed gold needle. Which I need for one of two things. I can either use it for the one semi-permanent thing, which I'm not going to do, or I can use it for a quest line, which I am going to do. And the quest line is here in this area. Not here in the swamp, but it's in this area. So we beat Neil. Let's see who that was. I need 44. 5,000 will be good enough. Right now I want to hit my 30 vigor so that I can start leveling to 20 endurance. Especially since I don't have my warrior jar arsenal. I'm gonna go down here real quick and get my map, which I think I explained a long time ago. Those spots on the map are where our maps are. It has been a long time though. Ideally, I want to get to Redmane Castle, or nowish. Reason for that is if I go to Fort Faroth before Redmane, there's a boss fight I can't do until after a difficult boss fight. He sells a stone sword key, that would be nice. Alright, I want to go here. Not necessarily to do anything there yet, but I want to get the grace there. There's also a boss fight in front of it I would like to do. Even if I don't know if I can win it yet or not. I should be able to with my stats. Maybe not with my jellyfish, but we'll see. And I am not like the other, I am a big Soulsborne fanatic, don't get me wrong. But I am not like the other really big ones who insist on playing these games without the summons and whatnot, if that hasn't been made clear. I will use anything I can to get through this game. Granted, within my playstyle, like whatever build I'm doing, but still, like I will use summons, I will use ashes, I will use it all. This guy right here is a fucking asshole. And I might not kill him, but we are going to at least try once. I need to move my summon off of that. I always forget that you can jump to do things. He bled really fast. Alright. The fun thing about this one, and then there's another one later on in the game, but the fun thing about this one is whenever he does certain attacks, he spawns Scarlet Rot, and his breath attack is a rot attack. So we don't want to get hit by any of that. Like when he stomps, that's rot that can hit you. Kind of like the flowers. The weird flower enemies. I bled him again? Oh, this is the really big rot attack. The range on it is a lot larger than it looks. Almost killed my jellyfish with it. Oh my god! I don't think I was in his face! I have not been doing a lot of damage, so he hasn't fallen yet. Like, I'm not hitting him enough to get the poise. Oh shit. I made it out. I got another blue in, but I'm still fucking finally. Get him in the eye. A lot of the big enemies take a lot more poise damage than other enemies. Anytime I can try and get a headshot, I will. Doesn't mean I'm gonna actively go for them. But the dragon weak points are their head, so we want to try and get headshots when we can. I don't know what that was. Standard stomp attack. I don't know what this is yet. Oh shit. Probably a breath attack that I jumped out of like an... I accidentally hit my shit too hard. Oh, I'm gonna die. I didn't know this was the attack he was doing. I have no idea how I'm alive right now, but I will take it. God damn. I misplayed so many times there, but we managed to survive, so I will take it. That is one of the harder dragons when you reach them, and even afterwards, because of Scarlet Rot being such a dangerous debuff. Now I should be able to I haven't done this in a while, so we're gonna... I like to have the best armor I can get on. And then legs, and then helmet, and then gloves. Right now my best poise is the soldier instead of the royal remains. But, maybe... I prefer poise over everything else, if we're being honest. 38 for the helmet, 38 for this. Look at that. Do I have anything better than this right now? Not really. Not for my playstyle. Alright, so I have another dragon heart. I can play with that a little bit. And I can get Xyke's Decay, which is the ability, his breath attack, essentially. Like a player version of it. The next place I want to go to is up here. But eventually well, maybe I want to go down here first. The thing with down here, it depends on really what I want to do right now. Like, down there replaces this greatsword, if I want to. Because the thing about it is the Lord Sword Greatsword, the one that I've been using in my main hand this whole time, is the lowest damage output Greatsword for like standard attacks. I am gonna go up here, so. But it is the highest damage output for my critical attacks when they get knocked down, or like backstabs and things. So that's the whole reason I kept leveling it. Plus I already got the smithing bell for 1 and 2. So it's not much higher than what it would be whenever I get the next weapon. What were you again? Try this. Not gonna. I already know all those notes, so I'm not reading them. But yeah, I always buy them. I don't know why. I want to be careful when I get here because there is an NPC that is part of the quest I was just talking about earlier, and it's easy to kill him. Alright, that's a misnomer as well, but it's easy to make him disappear and have to reset. There's some interesting lore involved with him. So there's this. This says stop by the shack, but there's that big ass dog over there. He will attack me if I get close enough to him to pop his aggro. But unlike the other dogs, his aggro radius is really small, so as long as I don't run right into him, he should not come over to me. But he's also got like some sort of collar on, so that's probably why. So we're looking for this guy.
Oh, a pleasure to see you. A pleasure indeed. I am Gary, a great sage. In my day, anyway. I'd hoped to ask a favor when one of your ilk came along. A strapping young tarnished, able to cross the scarlet swamp of Aeonia.
That's me.
Don't fret, I'll provide fine recompense.
I didn't know the horns gave me earrings.
I will teach you the secret of Celia, the town you see there.
Okay.
Then you are willing to lend a hand, are you? I need your help to heal a certain young girl.
I'll do that.
Her name is Millicent. You will find her beyond Celia, resting at the church atop the cliff, stricken by the rotting sickness. Oh, you found.
So he's supposed to tell me there that I need a needle to heal her, but I already had it. This is also where you would get like how to do the Celia stuff, but I already know how to do it.
Now let me have a look at the needle.
What you need to get to this person that he's talking about.
This is a marvel indeed. The work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps the essence of life. Can you give me some time with this? As well made as it is.
Alright, so he's going to try and fix that. What we're going to do, instead of giving him any actual time, because all he needs is for you to leave and come back after you sat at a grace, or, you know, traveled and reloaded the map. Save and quit will do the same thing without making you walk away. Which is the same for all Souls games, by the way. Like, anytime they just need you to walk away and sit down, all you have to do is, leave and come back. Not a lot of times you have to do that, but especially in this game. That's about the only time that I do it. Because the other times there's usually a grace right next to it, so you don't have to close the game. Alright, so this place has a lot of these guys. A lot of mages. Be it these mages or these mages. These mages are more annoying because they like to run away. Then you've got to chase them It's also got these guys. Like, we see this mage a lot in Leonera, right before EG. If you remember me running right past all that. And they are not the most fun to deal with. So, I'm gonna grab this painting. I have the red main painting. So if we find that spot, we can get an item. I don't remember where that is. My memory's not good with the paintings because I didn't really fuck with them a whole lot. Ever. Nothing they gave was part of my builds. So that would be why. He just tried to greatsword me. Alright. Ow. He just popped up out of nowhere. Anyway. So the secret of Celia is these doors. We gotta open these doors. In order to open these doors, I've got to do something. Now, he's given me the details, which I haven't read yet, but I know what they are. In fact, I will read them real quick if I can find it in here. I don't know where it is. Might be in the key in the notes section. Tell you a secret. So, note given by Sage Gowry detailing the secret he promised. The town of Celia hides the source. Light 3 flames atop the candle towers to break the seal. Easy enough. Weathered map. Streaks of amber light. I don't remember what this was for. Okay, so the homing instinct painting. I think that's the one we already did. This one is prophecy. I don't remember where that is, or if we've even gone and gotten the material for it. And Redmane. So if we go to that location, as we've done before, the ghost will disappear and an item will appear. That was the thing for our key. This is a volcano invitation, so if I find Raya before I go up to Atlas Plateau, if I go up a specific way, I can use this to be teleported straight to the Volcano Manor. And then these are the notes I've bought. This one is teaching you how to take down the Wandering Mausoleums, which we've done once already. To stop the Mausoleum's stride, you need to clean up around its feet first. The little skull rocks that we were breaking, that's what that is. Beware the fire amongst chariots bearing the faces of giants. A well-aimed blow to the chimney on the top may prove effective, but opportunities for a plunging attack are rare indeed. So, the big blue, like tank things that shoot fire, the best way to kill them is for plunging attacks, but you can also attack them in their weak spot in the back. It's just very hard to do that. Gravitational power that pulls can also bring flying foes low. So if you use gravity magic, you can bring flying foes to the ground. Someone lurks among the waypoint ruins on the roads through Limgrave. This is teaching you that where Selen is. A flask of wandering physic still remains in the third church of Marka. This is to get you to go there to get your physic. So yeah, lighting the flame here. A seal was broken. So each flame deactivates a seal out here. But in order to get rid of that seal and that seal over there, I have to light all three. Which we would do anyway, because we want to get... Oh, there's a grace over there, by the way. There's another fun thing here that I'm not going to use because we're playing a strength build, but I think it's right there. I think both items are here, actually, in Celia. Yeah, the Staff of Loss. So the Staff of Loss is actually... Oh, shit. The Staff of Loss is a niche weapon that has a lot of power potential. I've never actually used it myself, but oops, I didn't mean to do that. But it happened. Alright, the Staff of Loss increases like illusion magic or some shit like that. Where's it at? Invisibility sorcery. I went full Skyrim there for a moment. This fucker needs to go away. As does this one. This is the one that's been following me this whole time. Alright. The weird invisible enemies are not up top. They are not up here. So, you know, I just have to deal with the shit I can see. And I just missed him. So good at this game. Missed. I don't think this is anything I care about, but I want to get it anyway. Double slash. Double slash isn't terrible, but it's not like the best thing in the world. Okay, so here's our second one. We haven't actually found the opening for the first seal. I also haven't been down there. It's down on the ground. So that's part of the reason why we haven't found it. There's a stone sword key. I want to gather as many of those as I can so I don't have to worry about which imp doors I can open. Because there are certain ones I need to open to get the platinum trophy. For certain trinkets, and I think it's trinkets and ashes. Alright, so we hit all three. It doesn't take long. The pathway on the rooftops is pretty straightforward. I want this other purple thing. That's a helmet. It doesn't look like one. I know. But it is a helmet. And then I want to go here. And we now need to... Well, we don't need to, but we're going to try and... Ow. So, this dude just like destroyed my health. The twin helmet guys are the worst when it comes to that. Because they can spam their spells a lot faster than any of the other guys. This is one of the seal spots. It's an imbued sword key, so we have all of our sword keys now. Which we've already been to the other two spots, I think. Yeah, because I have the ornamental straight sword. I think, anyway. Maybe only one of them. I don't remember for sure. It's fine. Mikola's Lily. I love how some of these items are named after big people in the series. That, especially Mikola and St. Trina, you don't get to see in the base game at all. Moen you don't really get to see ever. You just see a, like, dead version of him all over the fucking place, but still. Alright. So that was spot one. Ow. Is that a twin head? No. It's just an asshole. Who has the triple shot. I hit the stairs. We did see a steel down here. Somebody's attacking me, so that... I just don't want people just spamming at me while I'm looking for shit. It's annoying. That was the paint. Oh hey, this thing's here. Did it get caught there while I was doing this shit? That's funny. Okay, that's just a door. None of the doors open. That wasn't obvious. I haven't looked at any of them. So I'm looking for inlets. That's what I'm looking for. Because the doors are already open. Here's an inlet. This was the one we saw. The Spelldrake Talisman +1. There should be one more inlet somewhere. And it should have what I think it has. If I can find it. Here's my friend. I knew there was going to be another double-headed asshole. I think there's one more inlet. I might be wrong on that. The other opened up the last room, but I thought that there were 3. Oh, I am actually blind. Night Comet. Yeah, so Night Comet right here is an invisible sorcery. So this is a relatively good spell on its own. It's not amazing, but compared with the Staff of Loss, it is fantastic. I have seen some nasty shit with that combo and the right like talisman setup and whatnot. You know, you still have to have that. But for any sorcerer who wants something that's pretty easy to get, that is a really good like build that you can work towards early on. And early mid-game, because I'd say that's where this is right now. You can get it relatively easily, or you can get it early game if you want to risk being one-shot while you're doing it. Anyway, this is a boss door. For the Nox Sorcerers and the Nox mob. Nox enemies are a little annoying. But they take a lot of damage, so it's fine. They're basically easy versions of the Godskin without, and I say that because they have stretchy weapons, but that's it. They don't have stretchy bodies. And they don't have the black incantations. But they have range like Godskin, which is why I consider them like weak versions of Godskin. Even though like lore-wise and like anything else, they're nothing alike, more or less. There's not much reason to do that boss fight. I just wanted to get some runes and grab Lusat's Glintstone Staff because I can. But beyond that, I had no reason to be here. And Lusat's staff is really not an amazing staff, if I remember correctly. It's got good scaling. It's a decent one. if you haven't decided what you're going to use yet, it's a good staff because it increases all sorceries. But it's not like a big increase if I remember. Whereas Azir's is casting time. So you could play between the two to find out which one you like better. But if you haven't found, if you have found a sorcery you like a sorcery type you like, or what you're trying to build towards, obviously those would not be your staff you're trying to use all the time, because they don't give you the most bang for your buck. All right, so we are gonna sit here just in case, because there's some enemies here that can one-shot me. And we're gonna head up this mountain. This is also optional. Everything I'm doing right now is technically optional, but I'm trying to do all of the achievement bosses. That ball would have probably one-shot me at this stage. Same with that ball. Maybe not, because I've got 30 vigor, which sometimes I don't have at this point. But it would have been really close. I went around because I don't really want to fight the kindreds. They're not hard, but I don't want to deal with them. Now here's the lady he was talking about.
Well,
she's missing an arm,
matters not.
and she's kind of just laying
My
here.
flesh writhes with scarlet rot. It is a curse, not to be meddled with by man.
I'm gonna give her the needle.
Ask that I stab me to quell the scarlet rot.
Yes.
How?
So,
mind.
I could have kept that needle,
I decided I would rather trust
and
you than simply
if I had
continue to
kept it
spoil
all the way
something.
to one of the optional
Would you
bosses,
mind
it can be turned into a
Averting your eyes for
special
a moment?
version of it that gets rid of madness, essentially. That's the best way to put it without being super
That was
spoilery.
easier than expected.
It cures all
Oh,
ailments.
I
Let's go with
feel
that. And that version of it is only used to stop you from being forced into one of the endings. Okay, so we sat down instead of quitting so that we can reset her.
I hoped to see you again. My apologies for when last we met. I fainted before I could even thank you.
Now, her questline has one of the
Everything is
shittiest
as you
fights
said.
to deal with, in my
Since
opinion.
inserting the needle
Not
of
because it's
scarlet
overly
rot,
hard,
I
but
ceased
because
to
of the
lie.
arena
Even
you
the
do it in.
nightmares have abated.
Uh,
And now,
but it gives
though I
two
can
separate,
scarcely
very
believe it
good
myself,
items
I can move as I
that I
please.
won't be using,
Not
but
that
they
I
are
could
still
ever
very
truly
good.
repay you, but I would like you to have this by way of thanks. A token though it is.
And there is a trinket, a
I'm
talisman that I
considering with the needle my destiny's
missed that I should
authenticity
have,
is menacing.
considering
With the needle my destiny.
how I play the game. You'll notice I do a lot of jump attacks, and there is a talisman early on in the game that I did not get, that I always forget about. That would boost my damage relatively considerably. Alright, so there isn't really a fast way to go to the next part in her quest. The fastest way technically would be good to go to oh, I didn't die. Well, that's good. I wasn't paying attention to where it was. Fastest way would be to go to, like, well, for me it probably would have been to go to that one. This grace. There's a closer grace that I didn't touch yet. But none of them are really that close. But we gotta go back to the dude. The guy in the chair. So we're gonna go back to the guy in the chair. Ow. Now, ideally, if I can get to him from this side, that would be fantastic. Because this is the... I always forget about the dog. This is the easiest way to get hit by the dog. So you see the guy in the chair is gone.
Oh,
But she's here.
hello again. Something about this place felt familiar to me, so I decided to pay a
Technically,
visit.
the guy in the chair has a quest
Hoping to
chain
find
too
someone
that's
here,
connected with hers
but I've
to an
only
extent.
found emptiness.
But I always forget to finish his.
Before my departure, I needed someone to say farewell to. Well, never mind that.
And I'm trying not to
I
skip
must
the dialogue,
focus on my
which I
journey,
know I have not been doing this whole
for which
playthrough.
I have you to thank. I must stay strong. Well,
Alright, so-
I must stay.
Her dialogue looped. We are going to do this to move her along, because there's still more to do here. You wouldn't know that though, so you would just kind of move along, right? I know because I've done it a couple times. I don't remember if we did.
Thank you for giving the need.
I think we did.
Seraph, you've been a
Oh, and I'm
saint
skipping his
through
shit.
and through. As thanks, I vow to impart to you my knowledge of the lost sorceries of the Salients, descendants of the Eternal.
Alright, so
Oh, you noticed, did you? Indeed, Millicent did visit this hovel of a home. It seems the memories eaten away by the rotting sickness yet remain, but faintly. However, she has no need of me anymore. No, she must embark on her journey and stare her fate in the eye. I mustn't impede. As I've aged, I've found the best way to aid the young is to be forgotten.
interesting way to think about it. So he sells Night Maiden's Mist and Night Shard, which are both invisibility sorceries. This is a cheaper one than Night Comet. So you could use this right away if you didn't already have 40 int by this point. He also sells Glintstone Shards. I don't need any of this. And it's relatively easy to get this open back up again, so I'm not going to worry about it. Because I never use the Unalloyed Needle for anything else. Because unless I'm going for that ending, I don't initiate that cutscene. Anyway, I still don't have that, but I think we're gonna head down to Redmane Castle. Mostly because, like I said, there is a boss fight at Redmane Castle that I can't get to if I don't do it before I go back to Fort Farath, which is the fort we went to early in the game, when we when we butchered the giant dragon, Grail. Fort Farath has the other half of the, the Dectus medallion. We got this half from, it even tells you right here, left half of a splitting medallion depicting the herd tree. Brandishes the medallion with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of Dectus, connecting the Atlas Plateau to Liurnia. The right half is said to reside in Fort Farath and Dragon Barrow far to the east. So we got this in Fort Height, when we helped our friend Kennethite, over here. Logic would dictate that the other fort we find would be where the other half is, even without that text. right half of the splitting medallion depicting the Halig tree. Brandish the medallions with both halves conjoined will activate the Grand Lift of the World, granting access to a hidden path. In other words, this secret medallion will guide the bearer to the land of Miquella's Halig tree. So technically, the Halig tree is an optional section. We will be doing it as much as I really don't want to. We'll get into that when we get there. But there's a night cavalry here because it's nighttime. I don't need nor do I want to fight him, so we are just going to move on. The birds and the dogs are fucking awful. I just need to get over there where that grace is. Death or not. Ideally, no death. They're all fighting now, but we're gonna do this so that this... I don't really care that they stop, I just need to make sure that they're not coming after me. Alright, so I'm relatively close to a level. By relatively, I just mean I can get one. I'm gonna get it. Oh, I also can get another flask. That is actually really nice. Upgrade my endurance. Now these aren't hitting as hard as they could if I had the Great Warrior Jar. But they are hitting, so it's not like I'm missing out entirely. The Royal Armor is actually not bad armor. So, as you can read here, slowly replenishes HP when HP is reduced. That means whenever I don't have max HP, it's healing me. Not a lot, but enough. So technically, I could drop my poise by one to get more healing off of this. But the thing is I move around so much and I do so much that really doesn't help a whole lot. I don't know where the base Spelldrake Talisman is. I think I do. What was this, dexterity? I guess technically that would be better than this because it does up my damage a little bit. It's also a little lighter than this, which is kind of nice. What focus is, man? I don't remember what focus is. I think it's a damage reduction, but I don't... Alright, so immunity is for poisons and scarlet rot. Frostbite and blood loss is robustness, focus is sleep and madness. And vitality is death for instant death, which you don't deal with a lot. There's 2 enemy types that do instant death. So this portal is not working. That portal will work whenever the actual boss of this area is here. This is not going to be fun, by the way. As you can see, the trebuchets or catapults, I think. Called it a trebuchet by my brain just wanted to call it that. I don't actually know the difference between the two. I need to look into that at some point so I stop making myself look stupid. Only reason I'm over here is because if you kill the enemy behind the long range attack unit, it stops. I do not want to fight him. He's not hard, but that's a waste of my resources. Okay. So there's a ballista. I don't want to deal with the ballista, but I had a feeling that was going to happen. Alright. I could jump down there. I am not going to, but I could. We're gonna go over here instead. Because there are items I could, or an item I can get in there rather. But it doesn't move forward anything, so there was no real point for me to do it. Unless I was using, I think it's a bow related talisman. Maybe not that one, but kind of want this. No. You bitch. What's there? Flaming strike. Not overly useful, but I have it now. Oh shit. I am in trouble. Not because of this guy, but because of that one that's skulking around. I don't want to fight this bitch, but I summoned her. So here we are. Ah, she wasn't that bad. We're good. That door's locked, so I'm not even going to walk up those stairs. We're going to go up here. The whole goal right now is to get into the castle, because the front gate is locked. There's two ways to get into this castle, depending on if you have finished the medallion objectives. And at that point, the second option is only available until you beat the actual boss of the castle. Because this is a fun little section of the game where there's two bosses in the same area. There's a few of them like that. They're usually not set up this way. And by usually I mean never. Because most of them, you can fight them both at the same time, and they're not in the same exact area. Not that these two are in the same exact area, but you know what I mean. They're usually like in different rooms, and one doesn't despawn just because the other one is in the map. Whereas with this castle, once you hit the requirements to spawn the boss, which I think has already been talked about, so me dancing around it's kind of silly. The boss in question is Radon. Star-Scorched Radon, specifically. If you don't know what I mean by that, then don't worry about it. Ow. Thought you died. Alright, so there wasn't a lot of reason to come in here. Opening that door is nice early on because I don't have a grace yet. So if I do die, I gotta walk through those catapults again, and I have to get to the back again. But now that door's open, so I don't gotta do that top part again. So ideally, what I want to do is not fight those two and find a grace. Those two lions will not respawn if I kill them. It's a little fun fact. But they are those weird blade lions that hit really hard. And I'm not entirely interested in dealing with that. So that room up there is another place I could go to. That will open up the gate if I want to skip a lot of the gate nonsense. I don't want to fuck with the slug. But since this is here, we might as well hop up. Trying to make sure the lions don't see me because I don't want to deal with that. Oh, this is the room I came from, so that's cool. They shouldn't see me if I go through this way. I think this is just an item. Those lions aren't too bad on their own. And I think those two are both hurt. So they're really not that bad in general. They hit really hard and have erratic attack patterns. So I really don't want... I let that happen. Foot soldiers really aren't bad at all. So here's the other side to that gate. You know, the one that we couldn't use? This is where it would take us. And there is our boss door, and you can see the grace kind of lingering that... Ow. That's some range. I forgot that range is that fucking long. How do I want it? I'm not used to that because the thing is whenever you take the portal, the festival is going on, which Alexander mentioned, Radahn's festival. And during the festival, all of the enemies in this map are not spawned. So you can actually go the normal way. And once you get into the castle, there's nobody in here. Or you can take the portal and there's nobody in here. Either way, there's nobody in here. I'm going to pretend I didn't see him. And go up here, because this is where I need to go, I think. Maybe not. Actually, probably not, because I think it's over there, but... Yeah, Smithing Stone 5. I mean, I'll take a Smithing Stone 5, because I can't get... 3 through whatever right now. I rolled way too fast for that. That's cool. He's doing the stupid head attacks now. That's cool. He's down. I didn't need to kill him, but he was in the way of my Flamberge. So that's what I was talking about with getting an upgrade. The Flamberge is said upgrade that I was looking towards. The thing about the Flamberge compared to the Lord Sword and Great Sword, this one has the extra 10 critical, but the Flamberge starts with blood loss buildup. So the nice thing is even though it would be less blood loss than having Bloody Slash, I could put something else on here, like heavy or quality. Right now it would be heavy because I don't have any dex. Like I have almost no dex. So putting anything dex related would be silly. But putting heavy on it would give me a lot of scaling right now because I've got 40 strength. Now, usually I still put Arcane on, but it doesn't mean I have to. And that's the most important thing. They all shot their shot. Got hit. I hate it. I made it through though, and that's what matters. Because I needed to get to right here. Now, the boss here scares me. I'm not gonna lie. The one that's here before Radahn. There's a reason for that. There are no summons. Oh, and while I'm here, I'm going to put my jellyfish right there, and then we're going to put my physic right there, just to make things a little bit easier. You'll notice every time I go to do my summon, I was trying to hit my hotkeys. It's because I've gotten used to summoning it that way. Okay, so Misbegotten Warrior. We fought the Leonine one down in Limgrave. He wasn't so bad. I'll tell you right now, this is not the reason why this fight scares me. That is why this fight scares me. And I took a lot of damage there, so that's cool. Alright, he's down. Which is so nice in the Crucible Knight to let me do that, because this is going to suck. Oh, I actually got the stab off on him. That's so hard to do because it's so slow. Or like, he recovers so quickly. Oh, I got hit by that. That sucks. Oh, he's going after him, huh? Alright. Now I gotta worry about the tail attacks. That's fun. He is poisoned. I am missing. Oh my god. I got it. I think we won. There we go. Okay, the whole reason I wanted to do this is for that. The Ruins Greatsword is required for the Platinum Trophy. And yeah, I could have gotten it after the Radahn fight, because this fight will still come back. But I wanted to do it earlier. Just kind of like a pride thing. The first time I played the game, I did it earlier because I didn't know how to summon Radahn. Okay, so I still can't wear gloves. That's going to be a thing because I don't have my sword. Or my... I don't have Arsenal Charm +1 or my Great Warrior Charm. Or my Erdtree Favor, which... I could get the basic one now if I wanted to. That wouldn't be too hard.
How did you slip inside with the gate closed? No matter. If you can fell one of them, you're a champion in my book. I am Jaren.
So yeah, this is Jaren. I think we've been taught about Jaren already. We might not have been yet.
Well, it's true. This fortress houses only the vanquished. But when the stars align, we celebrate. A war festival honoring the last battle and death of General Radahn, the mightiest demigod of the Shattering and bearer of a great rune. Well, good.
Interesting that he said the death of Radahn.
The festival affords glory to warriors. Then all you need is a little patience. When the stars align, the festival will be declared. Well, I haven't heard that name in an age. Then you must serve Princess Rani. The next time you speak to Iji, tell him this. The festival of Radahn will surely set Rani's fate back into...
Now that is a hint that I don't think I ever heard.
Is that old fool still hammering?
Because
His enormous
right
frame
now,
cramped in that little
if you
place.
recall,
Bit of a haughty sort.
we are trying to find Nokron.
When I knew him.
And Blythe is in Sofria River and has no idea how to get there.
But not one of them
He can see it, we could see it, but we couldn't get there. Somebody else actually gives us that hint as well. Jaren only told us that basically just told us nothing can happen until the festival. Like, the festival is part of her quest line. So Radahn is tied to Rani. Now, there's another way to glean that insight. Is other texts and conversations have mentioned that Rani is the daughter of Radahn and Rennala. Or no, Rani is the daughter of Radagon and Rennala, and Radahn is also the son of those two. So they are siblings, along with one other, but he is not tied to this quest line, unfortunately. It would have been interesting. But apart from Radagon and Rennala, Radahn is. Rennala is kind of tied to the quest line to an extent, as is Radagon. Rennala is near the end. Like, you have to beat her before you can actually finish Rani's quest line. So if you had skipped her, you'd still have to go back and do it. Anyway, since we're talking about that, let's go talk to Seluvis. Did I beat the Omen Killer for... I think I did. We're going to go back to Seluvis because Blythe told us to go get information out of Seluvis. Seluvis might not give us information because we haven't pushed his story along, which we can do, but we won't do. Or now we can't do it because we did Nephili Lu's story. So we can't do it until we get to Lindell. Which would push along what we need to do anyway, so it's kind of a moot point.
I've no time. The only thing are we and I haven't. Well, well. You're asking me about that, are you? The task was left to you and the Mongol, was it not? Not only are you incompetent, but shameless to boot. Well, there's no helping it. Now's as good a time as any. I'll let you in on it. There's a glintstone sorcerer by the name of Selene in Limgrave. She owes me for the help I gave her when she was expelled from the academy. I asked her to look into the matter some time ago. I'll write you a letter of introduction.
It is actually interesting how Jaren is involved with this when he's also involved with Selene's questline, which we haven't really touched on yet because I need to be able to get to Volcano Manor-ish.
Young apprentice, you are a tadpole when it comes to magic. So, to become a sorcerer now.
I haven't learned anything from her yet. Well, I did learn one thing. I'm gonna grab these.
Well. Seluvis is not a name I ever wanted to hear again. But fine. If it will help you, my apprentice, I offer my knowledge. The stars alter the fate of the Karian royal family, and the fate of your mistress, Rani. But long ago, General Radahn
I might need to
challenged the
play with
Sylvan
my
constellations, and in a crushing
capture
victory
card.
arrested their cycles. Now he is the force that repulses the stars. If General
I
Radahn
think-
were to die, the stars would resume their movement, and so too would Rani's destiny.
Honestly, it has to be the cord that connects to the PC. And it might just be because I have too many HDMI cables. I don't fucking know. But, alright, so she just told us Radahn is the key to getting the Nokron. So, in order to continue Rani's quest, we have to kill Radahn. So far we've killed 2 demigods, right? We only need 2. Nobody's actually explicitly said that, but we only need 2. I took out Godric and I took out Renala. But technically I could continue and ignore Radahn, ignore Rykard, ignore Melania, ignore Mo, these other Great Rune users. There's only one other one I can't ignore because he's part of the main story. But I could ignore the other 4 and just beat the game. I'm not doing that, obviously, but I could do that. Now, there's 2 ways to spawn Radahn. One is the normal way, and that's completing the Dectus medallion. And that's fine and good. That'll get me to the Atlas Plateau, that'll unlock the festival, we'll be good. However, that means I cannot use my Volcano Manor invitation to get an easy way into Volcano Manor, which I want. I need to go here in order to do that. Now, since Jaren mentioned EG, I kind of want to talk to EG, but at the same time, that's the closest grace to where I need to go.
Greetings, my fellow. How can I help?
Let's talk about
I
Nokron.
take it you've heard of the eternal city of Nokstella. Well, it has a twin, known as Nokron. The other eternal city.
I might have already been to
After years of
Nokstella.
expeditions, we
If I haven't, I
determined the
can.
location of Nokron by going underground through the well in the mistwood of Limgrave. You can see Nokron up above. Only we've failed to find a path leading to the city. Blythe's made a good go of it, but I'm afraid this has him quite stumped. To be honest, I'm not sure where to go from here. I take it you've heard.
Okay, so that's
after years
the
by
same
going,
thing.
Only
Got it.
Blythe's, to be honest.
Alright.
Blythe is Lady Rani's stepbrother. Rani's mother, Queen Renala, approved of him, and they played like siblings from childhood. They were always happy to have me tag along as well. When Lady Rani renounced her flesh and chose the dark path of the Empyrean, Blythe and I swore allegiance as vassals. But none of us will ever forget our earliest days together. Promise to look after Blythe for me, will you? The man is honest to a fault. But fortunately, now he has you,
Interesting.
Jaren. Now that's a name I haven't heard for a while. Before taking up the banner of General Radahn, he was a guest of the Karian royal family. An expert swordsman, to be sure. But ever eccentric. No surprise he'd get wrapped up in some festival. Oh no. Wait, how did I not see it before? I ought to retire as war counselor for such a gross oversight. Let me explain. The fate of the Karian royal family is guided by the stars, as is the fate of Lady Rani, first heir in the Karian royal line. But General Radahn is the conqueror of the stars, who stood up to the swirling constellations, halting their movement in a smashing victory. And so, if General Radahn were defeated, the stars would once again resume their movement, as would Lady Rani's.
So this is the final, like, yes, you have to do this thing.
Revealing the elusive path that leads to Nokron.
Basically stating that her brother stopped the stars entirely, which is not entirely impossible to see, considering he has gravity magic. Not that you would know that yet.
To the festival grounds. Should General Radan be defeated, the stars would.
But with everybody talking about how powerful Radan was and who he is and what he's been capable of, it's not that surprising. Okay, so he's telling me to go to the festival. Festival's not open yet, so I can't go there. Some of that is stuff I've never listened to before, so that was actually kind of nice. I gotta get down. Did I do the King's Realm shit? I don't remember. See if I can... There are the stairs. I did not. I tried it once, said fuck this and left. Got it. Royal Revenants are ass. Spit at me. That attack is the worst. I missed. You recovered too fast. Alright, we got him this time. Getting more levels and HP helped. Why I wanted to do this, I think there's something I need for the achievement in here. Oh no, I just wanted to do it. Okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I felt like there was something in here I needed, because I always feel like I have to do that, but maybe I'm just misremembering it every time. Anyway, this place I'm going to is also an achievement fight, even though it's not a Great Rune fight, because if you don't do the Dectus Rune, there's a boss fight here in order to get up to the Atlas Plateau without it. My first playthrough I did not go this way. I ended up doing the Dectus Rune route. Most playthroughs I end up doing the Dectus Rune route as well, because they're usually NG plus or NG plus plus. But generally in my NG runs, I like to go this route now, just to knock out the achievement. And to get to the Volcano Manor. Which, again, you can still get to, but it's not as easy. You'll see what I mean when we get up there, though. It is also not the most fun dungeon. A relatively long dungeon because it can be optional, but it can also be mandatory, depending on how you do it. I guess it's never mandatory, but it is... Well, no, that's not true. No, yeah, it is true. It's never mandatory because you can get the Dectus medallion regardless, but, like, it is a pain in the ass. Like, most things are never mandatory in this game. Really the only mandatory things are you have to kill 2 Great Rune bosses. Which ones are up to you. In order to get to the 3rd Great Rune boss, who you have to kill. And then you have to go kill the boss at the end of the region after that to move on to the next region, which you have to kill the boss there. And then you have like 2 more bosses after that, and then you're done. And that's it. So in total you have to kill well, depending on the Great Rune bosses you fight, but generally it's a smaller boss than a big boss with the Great Rune bosses, minus Radahn and Rykard, which means it's only half of them. Whatever. The least amount of bosses you would have to kill, like actual bosses and not invasions, because there's invasions involved with Rykard if you want to do it the quick way. Which actually, now that I think about it, that might mean you can't kill Rykard unless you fight the mini-boss. So we'll put that into effect. So the minimum you would have to kill in order to get to the end of the game is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 bosses. 2 or 3 of them being multiple, well, most of them being multiple phases. So I think there's only 1 Great Rune boss out of that whole list that is not multiple phases, because we've already fought Godric. Godric was 2 phases, granted on the same health bar. So you could say he's not 2 phases, but that wouldn't be entirely accurate either. And we've already fought Rennala, who was 2 phases. There's no getting out of that one. She was in fact 2 phases. And Rykard is 2 phases. Granted, Rykard is probably the easiest of the 4. For reasons I don't want to get into until we get to him. But, and then Radahn is the hardest out of the 4, and he's the only one without 2 phases. But you have to kill 2 of those 4. Have to. Which means, you have to kill at least 1 of the mini-bosses. Like, I say mini-boss, but there's still a boss. In, if Godric, it would be Margit. Apologies for that. Anyway, Godric would be Margit. Because there's no other boss in Stormvale Castle. And then, Rennala would be the Red Wolf of Radahn. Plus the fact that Rennala herself is 2 phases. You could argue that Godric is not 2 phases. Rykard has a way to do it without his optional boss, but in order to do that, you have to get past Atlas Plateau, which you cannot do without killing 2 bosses. So you would have to kill his optional boss. Anyway, and then Radahn does not have one. Which is, God fucking damn it. I never see the things that cause that, ever. They're gonna blow up. I always forget that. You guys don't get to see me fall down this time. We made it to here. Making good progress, all things considered. Much better than my randomized run, but that run is a different beast entirely. Granted, I made very good progress at the end of it, but you know, that's the end of it. There's a bat. I guess he's gonna try and knock me off the fucking ledge. Alright. There's a couple of enemy types I've been avoiding this playthrough. Not necessarily because they're hard, but because they're annoying. Like the giant crab and the... You can hear the singing, right? So you know one of those bats is nearby. Anyway, the giant crabs, the giant lobsters, and the giant octopuses. Now the octopus, not as much. I think we fought a couple of those so far in this run. But not a lot of them, if we're being honest. I think there's more bats here, but I don't see them. There's one. Yeah, they're over there. So they're not going to come until I attack her, which is annoying. Because this one has a lot of health. But she's down. That's what matters. The one thing I didn't want was for these guys to really get into me. And then she drops a lot of poison and grabs me. Because even with a lot of health and a lot of levels, the big bat, this bat, can do a lot. And they always drop really nice golden runes. Not always, but usually that means they don't respawn either. I don't know if this one respawns, because I usually try not to die, but, you know. I don't normally come grab this, but I had saw it earlier and I wanted to know what it was. Too many bats. You can hear more singing. Means we've got another poison bat to deal with. So that's cool. Damn it. I would not have noticed that if it wasn't for the sign. Well, I would have, but it would have been very, very lightly. And yeah, the 3s, the 4s, the 5s, I still want to get those because I don't have the bell bearings for those. Alright. I don't really have to go this way. You see the giant octopus over there. But I also see that purple thing over there. I know what it is. I don't need it, but I want it. Because I know it's a weapon. Even if I didn't know it's a weapon, I would still want it. But initially, in my older playthroughs, I wouldn't even try. Because I didn't know... anything beyond that, these big octopuses can hit a lot of damage. But they also stagger very easily. Now when I say very easily, I mean very easily. Like Serpent God's curved sword. So that is a curved greatsword, I think. I haven't been reading a lot of this. I could drop some lore and stuff and be interactive, but that I'm too lazy for all that. There it is. So when you kill enemies with this, you get HP back. Which is kind of the whole Rykard shtick. Well, not necessarily Rykard's. Kind of. Not like his boss fight, but like his... You'll understand when we get there. I don't remember if there's a bunch of bats here or not. I really don't want to fight her with a bunch of bats. I think it's just these octopuses. Oh no, there's two of them. That's what it was. You know what? I don't need to fight you. I just need to get up here. I don't need the great rune, the golden runes you guys drop. I just need to be up here. I'm not going to lose progress because I wanted to be greedy. We are now that we are right here, at the Makar fight. I have 3 summons. Okay, so normally you only have this summon. If you haven't done any of your quests or touched any of that stuff, you only have the Targos summon. Since I bought prawns from Blackguard, I had the Blackguard summon, and since I helped Millicent, she's here. Before I do that, I want to see if I've come and done this yet. So we're gonna go here, because now we have the jump, or the grace. So I was thinking about what I'm about to do, and I was thinking about the spirit jump. We have the grace, so I can teleport right back to the boss fight. But what I want to do, because I don't remember if I touched his story or not. Oh, there's a mariner over there. Well, first we're gonna do this. A beast on shoulders. Where did the mariner go? Some of these mariner fights are really easy. Some of them are not as easy. It really depends on what they summon. But being an undead enemy, they do not bleed. So my standard weapons do not do very much. Wow. I rolled like half a second too late. Alright, he's down. It's over. That's not why I came up here, but I forgot he was up here, so It's kind of a bonus, if you will. There's something up here that I didn't even know about until much later. Because it's not involved in any of the platinum stuff or anything like that. And I never did... Okay, so you see this cliff? I never knew how to get down here. Like, I knew it was there because I could see it from the other side. But I never saw this part. So I never knew how to get down here. And I didn't know what it was. And unlike other games like Dark Souls 2, that required you to finish people's quest lines, this one doesn't necessarily. So this is Jarburg. This is where all the jars come from. And this guy right here, he's our friend. So we're gonna go do this and sit down. Maybe. If I've got the ability to level up, I want to do that. I need 5,400. Do I have that? I do. I want to hit 20 endurance. I want to hit 20 endurance and 40 vigor, and then pump my strength again. Especially since I haven't gotten my Great Jar thing. The endurance is going to be extremely useful. Alright, so this dude.
Hello, Cos. What are you doing here? I didn't think anyone knew about this place. Except us jars. Ah. Are you going to be the new potentate?
I'll be your potentate.
Truly. That's wonderful news. It's not easy being potentate, though. I know. Show me your hands. It's just a little test, cuz. To see if you've got the right stuff. Your skin isn't so smooth, is it? You need slick, slidey hands to be potentate, you know? I'm sorry, cuz. But I don't think you've got what it takes. What a shame.
Yeah.
Don't look so glum, cuz. We can still chat. Potentate or not, come back and visit me. When you can. Don't look so glum. We can still come back and visit.
I think I still have more shit to chat to him about. There's a lot of dialogue with him before anything else happens. I gotta be very careful with this quest chain in how far I progress the story.
Oh,
because I can miss things.
hello again, cuz. I'm happy you came back.
But that goes with all of the
cuz.
quest chains.
Have you noticed the rare flowers growing? I asked the villagers if you could pick some of them, and they said you'd be very welcome.
So if I
cuz.
crafted...
You really should pick some of... Who knows?
If I crafted, that would be
Go
good
on,
information.
Who knows?
I already picked some of the flowers. Just because I do that shit anyway. What's this? You can also get a lot of cracked pots and ritual pots here. Which I don't use, obviously. There are times where they're useful that I didn't know about until recently. In my randomizer run.
Ah, say, cuz. Have you met Uncle Alexander?
I
He used to
have.
live here with us, but then he left to be a champion. I asked to go with him, but he said, the path of champions must be trod alone. So heroic, right? I miss him, though. If you see him, you should ask him to teach you how to fight, cuz. He's big and tough
he uses his
and
hands.
strong. Uncle Alexander said he won't be back again.
My home is of the past, and the past, as they say, is a different country.
I suppose that's part of being a warrior, isn't it?
Kind of.
So, please don't tell anyone.
Not really, though.
But I'm actually a warrior jar as well. One day, I'll be just like Uncle Alexander.
See, I don't understand how that works.
To become a champion.
How do you become a bigger jar?
Uncle Alexander won't come back here again.
My home...
I suppose
Okay. We'll check again to see if he's got more dialogue. We're trying to get him to loop dialogue so that I know we're at the end of it. It requires a lot of running back and forth. Granted, the reward for him, Jar Baron, I think is his name, not that great because I don't use the jars.
You know what a poacher is, cuz they hunt us,
But
smash us,
doesn't mean I don't want it.
take us away. This village is kept secret, so I think we're safe here. But you should be careful if you ever meet one of them, cuz I hope Uncle Alexander beats them all up first. Those awful... Those...
I might have hit the end of his text. That felt familiar. We will find out, though. There's a bigger reason why I'm doing this, and it's not Jar Baron's quest. It's another quest that I've only finished once or twice. For Dialos.
Those awful...
Alright, so we finished that. Dialos' questline is actually tied to this area. Now, I never was able to continue Dialos' quest because I always missed his first part. And I didn't know about this place. So honestly, I think you don't have to see the first part. We did in this run anyway. If you remember, we found him in Liurnia, where his servant had died. That jar's just kind of clinging to himself. And he vowed vengeance. And then when we found him again at the round table, he said it was the Volcano Manor, and he had gotten an invitation. So he was going to go there to get vengeance. So yeah. We have also been invited to the Volcano Manor. But now that we are done with that, we're going to go back up here. I think it was this one. The nice thing about it was not this one, so it's this one. Maybe. I'm gonna be annoyed if it's not either of those and it's the one behind me. Guess it makes sense, but it's annoying. Alright. The nice thing about these games is ever since Dark Souls 3, I'm going to summon Tragoth, because he is the beefiest. Ever since Dark Souls 3, they've increased the number of summons you can put in a fight. I think it's oh, it's 2. Well, that's the one I wanted anyway. Blackheart I didn't need to summon to continue his stuff. I don't think I needed to for Millicent either, because I've never summoned her here. But, you know, Tragoth does not have a story. He is involved with an optional thing, but, yeah. Now we have one of these magma worms. This is Makar. Magma worms are awful. Oh, well. I did not mean to do that. As you can see, they are very good about leaving trails of magma everywhere. And making it a fucking nightmare to do anything. I missed. Finally fell down. I can't get to his face, so we're just gonna push the bleed. He stood up. That is not good for us, but I mean that's what happens in the fight, so it's not like we could have avoided it. Oh my god. Millicent's about dead. Millicent is dead. Ow. We knocked him down and this time I can get to his eye. I missed him twice. The good thing, I've got so many tears because I really need my flask to like heal all of them. Alright, Magma Worm Scale Sword and the Magma Worm Makar trophy. How much do I need for a level? 3100? Roughly. I'll just use 2 of these. I did not see you because I was busy looking at this, but we are going to time you out, sir. I don't need that. Good luck on your journey to not get banned for that. It seems like everybody who comes in to do that disappears and gets banned. Anyway, we have defeated Bakar. We are now going up. And now that we are up, we are in the Atlas Plateau. A whole new area. Which, I don't know if we got here once already. I don't think we did. Obviously we didn't because I don't have the grace for it. I think I just skipped it. But yet another area added on to our map.
Only a little further it takes me back. I was born. My mother gave me my
I'm
purpose.
skipping shit that I
And
shouldn't be
now,
skipping.
Everything is lost to me. I have to ascertain for myself the reason for which I live, burned and bodiless. Shall I turn and let my hand share them with me?
I don't have any though. Goodbye, madam. I never really put 2 and 2 together that she doesn't really have a body. She always comes in like an ash, like one of your ashes, and disappears as such, just like Ronnie. But Ronnie has a doll's body. So like, it makes sense and doesn't make sense at the same time. Alright, so there is some stuff right here, but I'm gonna skip that for now. and run past the first boss I'm gonna see. I might grab this because it's like right here. Yeah, there. Say hello to the first boss you see in Atlas Plateau. Lansax. I'm not gonna fuck with Lansax. He shows up a few times in the plateau. I don't care, because that's not why I came up here. I'm actually gonna be getting off here shortly to go eat and shower and some other things so that I'm ready for being a day-to-day person tomorrow. Here is Raya.
I've been waiting. I knew you had the stuff of champions. I hereby invite you to the Volcano Manor. Take my hand and have audience with my mistress.
I wanted a good stopping point, so
Give me your
this is a
hand.
good stopping point.
I will pray that you follow the same path as Lady Tanith.
Okay. I will probably be back on after I finish doing stuff. Maybe not Elden Ring, it might be something else. Probably. If I had to guess, I'm kind of feeling like trying to do the Pirates of the Caribbean section again in Kingdom Hearts 3. Alright, so let's talk to her. But I'm not sure if that's what we'll do. Because I've also got Paper Mario we can work on a little bit. We've got
Raya spoke well of you.
Elden Ring, we've got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I could start Yakuza 0, which I'm really wanting to do. I could restart some games that we've never finished on stream, like Dark Souls or The Sims busted out for Game Boy. There's a lot we could do. I just gotta feel it out and figure out what I want to do. I think with these small streams, I'm still gonna play the bigger games, which I didn't used to do. I used to just play stuff like Isaac, but since I don't get a lot of time to stream, I still want to play the big games when I can, like whatever I'm feeling. So we just got the drawing room key. I think that's this room. There's Raya. We know this guy too. So we just got a letter. The letter was written request from Volcano Manor disclosing the name of a tarnished to be hunted. Old Knight Istvan. It can be found in Limgrave. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, we cannot finish Volcano Manor unless I don't do the recusant stuff. Until we finish Lindell, which is the main city of Atlas Plateau. If you didn't know, the Volcano Manor is not in Atlas Plateau, so we actually just unlocked another section of the map. Now, it doesn't look like it if you compare these sections to these sections, but we've only got tiny portions of both maps on here. So,
Hello again, brave Tarnished. As a scout, I am pleased to see you again here at the Volcano Manor under Lady Tanith's guidance. May you tread the path of valor. Brave Tarn under Lady Tan.
okay.
You.
Here's Bernal.
What in heaven's name are you doing here?
We met him before at the War Master Shack.
I hope you understand.
He sold all the Ashes of War.
Well, as long as you understand what you're saying. You have the doubts from
I
the
need
very
that
beginning.
mace that he's
Perhaps this day
wielding
was
to
always
finish
lurking on
the
horizon.
Platinum Trophy.
But know that
if that isn't a spoiler or a hint.
Death. Before you consider hunting any of your own kind, think on that.
It is interesting
This
that
blasphemous path leads
he
before
talks about
this before you consider.
he won't sell anything to us yet until we finish the first one.
Oh,
And here's Dialos.
Well, nice to see you again. So you've been invited as well, I see. Then we're comrades in arms henceforth.
Said
You
comrade's
watch my
weird.
back, and I'll watch yours. Yes,
Okay.
I can tell. You're wondering about Lanya. Well, you see, after much internal debate, I've come to realize revenge is not the answer.
Yeah, he
According
pussied
to
out.
Lady Tanith, I've got the stuff of champions. And champions, ironic as it is, are oft forced to walk a tainted path. It hit me like a bolt from the blue that my former thoughts were simple naivety. Of course, my heart weeps for Lanya. That unfortunate incident was a cruel twist of fate indeed. But succumbing to the pain and sadness caused won't make me a champion, will it? Lanya knows this, I'm certain. Fate has laid hard roads for us both, but such is true of any road trod by champions. I always resented these hands, their pale complexion, a far cry from any warriors, the shame of House Hoslow, but that won't be the case for long. They'll be darkened by grit once I've set out on the path of champions.
And we'll see what happens. If I don't come back on after I do my stuff, I will probably be on tomorrow for a couple hours, or at least an hour.
I always repale, but that won't be the tale of
just to do things, because I need to start doing things and pushing along. There's so many games I want to play and get on the list and off the list. Oh, this door opens too. Same room. I think this door opens too. Which, if you're not doing the Volcano Manor stuff and you just want to get to Rykard, this is the room to do it. I think. Maybe not. Might be the other room. Might be this room. It's this room. That other room is for when you restart it, and there's another quest line you can do. Yeah, it's this room. So, if I hit this, hidden pathway. I'm not going to go down there yet. I want to finish the Volcano Manor stuff before I do that. Actually, there's one more person to talk to before I call it. Patches. He is here now.
Well, you joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you. And here I thought Raya was barking up the wrong tree. All good though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together. Oh, and of course, we can do business if you like. Hatch's Emporium at the Volcano Manor. Especially for you. Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor?
A little bit. You called yourself Patches the Free.
About Lost Grace and the laughable Two Fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her.
Alright, so Margit's Shackles right here, I could buy. It would be relatively useful for an upcoming boss fight, but I've never used it on that boss fight before, and I'm not going to start now. I could also buy the Stone Sword key,
Try to find
but I'm not going to right now. Anyway, now that he's talked to me, that's Crucible Knight, by the way, if you were wondering. Her bodyguard. He will attack you if you attack. Not that I can, because it's a sanctuary, but there is a possibility to fight that Crucible Knight. Just not right now. Alright, so that's going to be it for now. I'm planning to be on in like 2 hours, 3 hours, we'll see. After I've showered, eaten, and all that fun stuff. If I do not come back on to do other things, I apologize, but we will be back on tomorrow for at least an hour. Close the game and stop.